Welcome, everyone, to the 2021 Student Success Virtual Awards celebration. While I had hoped that we would be able to present these awards in person, we're hosting these award celebrations in a virtual format again out of an abundance of caution. But we also learned last year that we could use technology to deliver a very intimate ceremony that still honors the work of the award recipients. As the Vice President for Student Success, it's been my greatest professional honor to champion this Student Success Initiative for the last 11 years. We've built this movement on the belief that every single student we admit to USF would succeed, and I'm proud to report that our students continue to exceed our expectations, even in a global pandemic. Since COVID compelled us to deliver instruction and services remotely, USF has awarded over 22,000 degrees. We've also opened the doors of higher education and social mobility to nearly 23,000 undergraduate students. And knowing that 44% of the students we serve are underrepresented minorities, 40% of them Pell Grant recipients, I'm proud of the contributions we've made and are continuing to make to the lives of thousands and thousands of students and their families. Under the worst circumstances in the history of higher education, perhaps, we've continued to serve our students well. Many of you might think that these have been the worst professional experiences of your life, but I like to think that we've never performed better. Despite the pandemic, we have retained 90% of the fall 2020 FTIC cohort. Despite the pandemic, our four-year graduation rate actually climbed to 62.3% for one USF, an all-time high. Likewise, our six-year graduation rate climbed to 74% for one USF, another all-time high. Our students have made these gains with the support of caring faculty, staff, and fellow students across our three campuses. We've learned that it isn't technology or big data that makes the difference in student success. It's people. And so today I'd like to take a moment to honor some of the people who have contributed to this record-breaking year and thank the outstanding individuals and teams who have gone beyond in achieving these outstanding results. But first, I want to ask the Student Success Council members to please wave and identify themselves, please. Thank you all for all you've done for student success. Thank you for taking ownership of these Student Success Awards. They vetted and selected the award winners today. In fact, the council will be presenting the Partnership Award, which honors a team, company, or organization, private or nonprofit, that has rendered extraordinary service to the Student Success Initiative. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Dr. Tiranai Ovatanasan, Assistant Regional Vice Chancellor of Student Success at the USF Sarasota Manatee Campus, to begin the Partnership Award presentations.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Dosal. The first Partnership Award is presented to Tampa General Hospital, Dr. Anne Marie Chavarria, Chief Nursing Officer and Senior Vice President. The University of South Florida College of Nursing was very excited to nominate Tampa General Hospital for the 2021 Partnership Award based on their extraordinary contribution to student success during the COVID-19 pandemic. The 2020 year, which is now extended to 2021, had special significance as it was designated by the World Health Organization as the International Year of the Nurse and the Midwife. The College of Nursing has a long-standing association with Tampa General Hospital, specifically with the Department of Nursing. Practicing nurses and nursing students joined the front lines in the battle against COVID-19, tasked with caring for and comforting patients and families under highly stressful circumstances. This academic practice partnership is based on a strong and trusting relationship, shared faculty and trainees, innovations in education and patient care, and an emphasis on scholarship and inquiry. Our students demonstrate this strongly at Tampa General Hospital. COVID-19 presented an array of unprecedented challenges for undergraduate and graduate nursing clinical education. The Tampa General Hospital Nursing Service assisted in providing clinical placements for 91 USF undergraduate nursing students from January 2020 through April 2021 and accommodated an additional 18 undergraduate students during the spring and summer of 2020 when our students were not allowed in other facilities due to the pandemic. A total of 476 graduate nursing students at an average of 40 students per month participated in the transitional care clinic. In collaboration with TGH, our graduate nursing students conducted COVID-19 rounds on recently discharged patients from Tampa General Hospital. These are just two exemplars of our strong collaboration and how TGH helped us maintain academic continuity through the pandemic by providing robust clinical experiences for undergraduate and graduate nursing students. Tampa General Hospital is recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the top hospital in the region. Tampa General is ranked as one of the nation's top 50 hospitals in 5 medical specialties and is listed among the top 5 hospitals in the state of Florida. The hospital is a 1,007-bed nonprofit academic medical center delivering world-class care. It is the primary teaching hospital for the USF Health Morsani College of Medicine and serves as a primary clinical site for USF College of Nursing. This partnership also exemplifies how the significant shortage of highly skilled registered nurses in Florida is addressed by capitalizing on the USF College of Nursing's proven track record of high graduation, licensure, employment rates, and a strong partnership with Tampa General Hospital. Therefore, this academic practice partnership exemplifies the power of collaboration to mitigate the significant impact of COVID-19 on our college and in our communities. Nurses comprise the largest healthcare workforce, and there is no dearth of stories of the TGH and USF College of Nursing's demonstrated measurable service to the community. TGH is a vital institution for the community and the university and personifies a true partnership. Please join me in congratulating Tampa General Hospital, Dr. Anne-Marie Chavarria, on this excellent partnership. At this time, Dr. Usha Menon, Dean of the USF Health College of Nursing, will provide remarks.
Thank you so much. You did such a wonderful job of explaining exactly why we think TGH has been such a phenomenal partner, and I don't know that I could add a lot more. The numbers are phenomenal, if you heard them. 476 students are going through. This was at a time when so many area hospitals, by necessity, were having to close down clinical placements. So we are so grateful, Dr. Chavarria, for this partnership with you and with Tampa General. And to all of you, I want to let you know that we're also welcoming Dr. Anne-Marie Chavarria as our founding courtesy assistant dean for professional practice partnerships in the college. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dean Menon. At this time, Dr. Anne-Marie Chavarria, Chief Nursing Officer and Senior Vice President at Tampa General Hospital, you are welcome to share at this time.
Thank you both for all of those kind words about our hospital. I get very, very excited about this collaboration. So in order not to ramble on, I wrote just a few things down. On behalf of Tampa General Hospital, we gratefully accept this partnership award. We are so proud of the many initiatives that have been accomplished by working together with USF, and we are truly excited about the future and the work that we will do together to innovate new approaches to academic learning and clinical practice. The relationship between one of the nation's top academic centers and one of the nation's top hospitals is the perfect breeding ground for miraculous breakthroughs in learning and healing. You can count on Tampa General Hospital to remain steadfast in our commitment to your students. We know that together we are developing the nation's leading healthcare providers that without a doubt will improve healthcare well beyond our community and our nation. They will impact healthcare across the globe. We are very excited to be on this journey with you. And again, on behalf of our entire team at Tampa General Hospital, we thank you very much for this award.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Chavarria. And again, congratulations and thank you for partnering with the University of South Florida.
Thank you.
Now Carolina Nutt, Director of the Compass Student Experience on the St. Petersburg campus, will present the next award.
Hello. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, so give me 1 second. Here we go. I apologize. Let's see. All right, the next partnership award is presented to the St. Pete Innovation District. The St. Pete Innovation District, and especially the organization's executive director, Allison Barlow, have partnered with USF St. Petersburg campus in so many ways. But one way in particular, which has had a great impact on student success, is the Innovation Scholars Career Exploration Program. Allison Barlow personifies what it means to be an exemplary partner in Student Success Initiative and has been integral to the success of the Innovation Scholars Program. Designed as a career exploration program for first-time in college students, Innovation Scholars connect students in their first semester with business professionals from downtown St. Petersburg for mentorship. The program allows students to be exposed to professionals, industries, and occupations that are related to their interest, broadening their career options post-graduation and solidifying major choice. Now, in its second year, the program has proven popular with students and mentors alike, while boosting student retention and confidence in major selection. From 2019 to 2020, the program doubled in size from 30 to over 60 student participants needing mentors. From the program's inception in 2019, Allison proved to be a powerful connector and tireless program promoter. Utilizing her ranging mental Rolodex, Allison recruited senior executives from local organizations to serve as mentors for her students. Allison's powers of persuasion have convinced dozens of senior level professionals in downtown St. Pete to be committed partners in this program. Because of Allison, the St. Pete Innovation District supplies more than 90% of the mentors needed for the program. The process of matching incoming students with professional mentors involves bi-weekly meetings between Allison and the program coordinators. During the months leading up to the program kickoff, Allison patiently sifts through and interprets the student's interests and determines which of her contacts matches the interest of the students. Allison reaches out individually to prospective mentors to explain the value of the program and unfailingly persuades these busy local leaders to devote their time and energy to expand our students' perspectives. Allison repeatedly puts her personal capital on the line to support Innovation Scholars. Without her support and knowledge, this program would never have gotten off the ground, much less double in participation after the first year. USF St. Petersburg Campus Career Services team is so appreciative to Allison and all the mentors in the Innovation District, and we believe that this partnership is deserving of this partnership award. These mentors are changing our students' lives and making a major impact on student success. Please join me in congratulating the St. Pete Innovation District and Allison Barlow as the recipient of the USF Student Success Partnership Award. At this time, I would like to welcome Dr. Martin Tadlock, our Regional Chancellor at the University of South Florida St. Petersburg campus and board member for the St. Pete Innovation District for remarks.
Thanks, Carolina. It's my privilege to let you know a little bit about Allison Barlow and how this program came into being. In her role as Executive Director of the Innovation District in St. Petersburg, the Innovation District was formed in 2016, and it really is a collection of all of the parts of the city that surround our campus here in St. Petersburg. There's over 600 scientists who work in this area in the Innovation District and multiple large entities here that she works with in economic development, learning, healthcare, and a variety of entrepreneurial kinds of business and industry startups down here in this part of the city. And when we met, well, we met weekly and still do meet regularly, but we would meet weekly here on campus, Allison and I, as I was chair of the board of the Innovation District during that time, 3 years ago, pre-pandemic. And we were sitting in the campus grind here on campus. And we were talking about, like we usually do, what's the next big thing that we could do that really connects this campus and USF with the community here and would benefit our students, because that's at the core of what our conversations were all about. And so while we were sitting there, we literally started putting down ideas on a napkin. And one of those ideas became what you have now, which is the Innovation Scholars Career Exploration Program. It started on a napkin, sitting in the grind here on this campus. And with that program, it started, as Carolina said, with 30 students as kind of a pilot to see if we could get the cooperation from our business and industry and other partners here in St. Pete around us. And then the pandemic kind of, came in the next year. But now we're back up to where we have over 80 students and mentors involved and engaged in this program. As far as we know, there is no other place in the state of Florida that offers this experience for brand new freshmen coming into a university setting. We can't find anywhere in the nation that provides this kind of experience for new freshmen coming into their university time with us. So we are just extremely pleased with where it's going, with the vision and ultimate goal, which we set on the back of a napkin 3 years ago. Any new freshman coming to this campus who wants to participate in this program will have that opportunity to do so. And they will go beyond one semester into career mentoring and career preparation kinds of activities in the following semesters, leading to early internships, not having to wait until their junior or senior year for those internships. We've had overwhelming positive reviews from all of the participants and all of the mentors. I'll just give you a couple. Chuck Egerter, who is founder and CEO of cybersecurity firm Guardian Eagle, quote, "Giving students a deeper look into careers while they are still in their freshman year gives them a chance to make sure they are on the academic path they want to be on. Finding out that a career in a specific field isn't what you really want to do is just as useful as finding out that you love it. The sooner students can evaluate things like this, the better." One of the students in the program, Melissa Sardogan, said, and she got to shadow the COO of Bayfront Hospital, she said she appreciated being able to observe how her mentor talked to his employees and colleagues. He was a true leader, she said. "I picked up on good ways to treat people. Leadership skills are something I want to improve upon and implement when I begin my career." So Allison is probably the most creative, dedicated, tireless person I've ever met. And I'm saying that sincerely. This program would have never gotten off the ground without her help and without her leading that effort to get those partners in place. She's incredibly proactive. Everyone knows her here in this area. If you're in the Innovation District, you know Allison Barlow. She's a native here. She grew up here. She went to Boga Ciega High School. She got a bachelor's degree in hospitality administration from another institution north of us that we will remain nameless, and an MBA from American University in Washington, D.C., where she started her career as a technology and business consultant in D.C., and then moved down here to her home to become the operations manager and lead facilitator of the collaborative labs at St. Pete College until she was lured over here to direct the Innovation District. She is on 3 different boards: leadership of the St. Pete Alumni Association, the St. Pete Chamber of Commerce, and Friends of Strays Animal Shelter, and that's Allison Barlow. With a lot more I could say, she's a good friend and just an absolute dedicated community person. So thank you, Allison, and be sure everybody sees you.
Thank you, Dr.
so
Tadlock.
much.
Thank you, Dr. Tadlock. Ms. Barlow, with the St. Pete Innovation District, we welcome you to accept the award and provide remarks.
Thank you all so much. I so appreciate this award and the work and the partnership with USF and particularly the St. Pete campus. In a true sense of agility and where we work, I'm outside today, so hang in there with me. I hope you can hear me okay. But it's a wonderful partnership. And so many members of the Innovation District, our employers, our nonprofits, our government leaders so desperately want to be connected to the university. They see such value in having a campus adjacent to their institutions and to our downtown community. And to have a path for students that then they decide post-graduation to stay in the community and to grow their lives, their jobs, and their families here. So we're excited. The Innovation District is so thankful for the university also because you guys were part of the founding of the district. And you saw in the early glimmer of what that was going to be, the value in having an entity that brought together the hospitals, the art museums, the marine science community, and education. So it's just a wonderful collaboration. It's a team sport. And I know they've mentioned our role, but there's so many people on the USF St. Petersburg campus side. Karen Neesmith, Lisa, Casey Cobb now runs the program. So kudos to them as well. Thank you guys so much. And I appreciate the recognition. Thanks.
Thank you, Allison, and again, congratulations. At this time, I welcome Dr. Valeria Garcia, Associate Vice President of Decision Support, to begin the award presentations.
Thank you so much, Carolina. So I'm honored today to conclude today's Student Success Awards with the Champion Award being presented to Billy Joe Hamilton, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Planning and Management in Student Success. Billy Joe has been a champion of student success since she arrived here at USF in May of 2008. She has been a pillar of the student success movement from the outset, serving on the Student Success Task Force in the 2009-10 academic year, and subsequently delivering on one of its key recommendations, which was the implementation of a financial aid leveraging model. Over the last decade, Billy Joe has been a champion of providing financial services and advice to support our students on a timely path to graduation. She has contributed significantly to all efforts to recruit and enroll larger cohorts of the academically talented students who are graduating at higher rates than anybody would have predicted back in 2010. In her current role of Associate Vice President of Enrollment Planning and Management, she supervises the offices of the Registrar and Financial Aid. In addition, she works collaboratively with senior leadership to develop enrollment plans and strategies, all of which have taken on new levels of urgency and complexity during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a normal year, the Office of Financial Aid would distribute close to $450 million in state, federal, and institutional aid to USF students. Soon after the pandemic hit, the federal government passed a $2.2 trillion relief package known as the CARES Act, Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security. USF received its portion of the relief funds in April 2020, 17.4 million of it designated to provide a direct financial aid to the students in greatest need. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Billy Joe and her understaffed office, these funds were distributed quickly, providing timely support to keep our students on track to graduation. To provide even greater financial security and maintain enrollment, USF also put together an additional package of nearly $18 million in institutional financial aid for the fall 2020 semester. Once again, Billy Joe and team took on an additional responsibility of awarding this money to our students in financial need. Another round of over $50 million in federal relief funds was distributed to students, and once again, Billy Joe and team were in the trenches fighting to get this money as quickly as possible into the pockets of our students. As if this weren't enough to maintain USF as a model for student success, Billy Joe has been leading efforts to schedule classes in modalities that were never as mixed or as complicated as they are now. Billy Joe isn't alone, of course, in taking on added responsibilities during the COVID-19 pandemic, but it is unimaginable to think about what would have happened to our students and USF if we did not have a student success champion like Billy Joe working day and night. Her contributions to student success over the years, and in particular this past year, is worthy of this recognition. So I ask you to please join me in congratulating Billy Joe Hamilton as a recipient of the Champions Award. And at this time, Dr. Dosal, you would please provide some remarks.
Happily, Valeria, thank you so much. And I can't imagine getting through this pandemic without Billy Joe. These have been very, very difficult times for all of us, but especially for Billy Joe and her team in the Office of Financial Aid and the Registrar's Office. They found themselves understaffed at a very critical time. They had to hunker down and get the jobs done, and they did it. They did it well and contributed to the success rates that I mentioned earlier. So when I think of Billy Joe, I think of grit and tenacity and determination. Her performance and her contributions over the last 18 months have been extraordinary. Performing at this level during the pandemic, distributing so much aid during these desperate times, it's a testament to her professionalism, work ethic, and her nationally recognized expertise. I want to point out that Billy Joe served several years ago as a national chair of the National Association of Student Financial Aid Administrators. And being elected to that post is a sign of the esteem and respect that she commands among her professional colleagues. And Billy Joe, I did some research on you recently, and I found an interview you did back when you took that job, and you said the biggest challenge facing federal aid programs then was the hyper-partisanship that then prevailed in DC. And I'm happy to report that that hyper-partisanship has gone away thanks to your efforts. And so you're able to focus your attention on what you do best, which is enhancing the aid packages that we deliver to our students. But I want to emphasize, though, while the performance during the pandemic was extraordinary, it's not just her service to our students and university during this time that I think earned her this recognition. This recognition comes after many years of service in higher education. I won't say how many, Billy Joe, but I know. I'm just grateful that 14 of those years were spent here at USF. And I can't imagine our student success movement without Billy Joe. She's been a rock, solid and dependable. And while I've been the person who approves her leave request for the last 11 years, I've not really had to do much supervision. But I remember when I came on almost 11 years ago, appointed to Vice Provost for Student Success. And when I walked into a meeting to be introduced to Billy Joe and a couple of her colleagues, the very first thing she said to me, which threw me back, was, "Are you crazy?" I almost walked out of the door because I thought I was getting into something I didn't quite realize. But I said, "No, I'm not crazy. I'm happy to take this on." And I already knew, though, that Billy Joe knew her stuff, and the job I had to do just involves letting her do her job because she knows how to do it so well. I also know that she's humble and rarely seeks the spotlight that we're giving her today. And I think it's a reflection of her hardworking Midwestern roots. Some of you may not know she's a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, but that didn't stop us. Uh-oh, we have another Kansas City Chiefs fan, and that's all right, because during the last Super Bowl, even though I'm a diehard Bucks fan, Billy Joe and I were still texting during the game, and we were on speaking terms, and so we got through that. Because I was so happy to see the Bucks win, and she was disappointed, of course, that the Chiefs went down. But I'm offering these personal anecdotes because I know that behind the hardworking facade that many of you see and know so well, I also know that she is a gentle soul with a big heart who has worked tirelessly to open the doors of higher education and social mobility to hundreds of thousands of students during her professional career. So I can think of no one more deserving of a Champions Award than my friend and colleague, Billy Joe Hamilton.
Thank you, Dr. Dosal. And Billy Joe, you're welcome to provide some remarks now if you'd like.
Yes, thank you, Valeria. And thank you for the Student Success Council for selecting me to receive this award. And Dr. Dosal, you obviously have a very much better memory than I do. I guess I didn't scare you enough. You're still here. So, and we're happy about that. During the past 13 plus years I've been here at USF, and over my 41-year career in higher education, I've always felt like it was my role and frankly my ethical obligation to act as an advocate for students, especially for those needing financial aid to achieve their dreams of an education. I know everyone in this meeting agrees that no student with the academic potential to succeed should find that dream out of reach due to financial barriers. And I try to instill that belief in the staff of the financial aid office. As do many of you, they hear stories of amazing grit and perseverance from our students who have many challenges to get here and stay here. And those are the ones we're especially committed to and take pride in their success. As an office that essentially functions as an arm of the federal and state government, it's also critical that we speak up and advocate for our students when the financial aid programs are designed or policies are promulgated that have the potential to derail a student's progress or even prevent them from enrolling at all. As Dr. Dosal indicated, I have had opportunities through my work with professional associations to be that voice. And on occasion, I like to think that I've been part of the change for good. While most of my career has been in financial aid, the past several years have given me the opportunity to expand my knowledge and learn more about the work that goes, the massive amounts of work that goes on in the registrar's office, which of course impacts all of our students and supports the academic enterprise here at across One USF. This office has had an incredible added task with consolidation work and has always approached this responsibility with an eye towards what is best for our students. The financial aid and registrar's office that I have the pleasure of working with, along with my colleague Dean Besterville and his staff, are the gateways for students to enroll, persist, and graduate from USF. And I know we all feel very strongly about our commitment to and our service for our students. It is of most importance that I recognize the leadership teams and staff in the financial aid and registrar's office led by Damian Levitt and Catherine Mund. These are the folks who come in every day and work tirelessly and often without recognition. As Dr. Dosal indicated, the past 18 months have demonstrated their resiliency and commitment to USF and our students during a time of unprecedented challenges, and they rose to meet those challenges. I'm extremely proud of them. And while I am the recipient of this award, they are truly the champions that make things work. And it's my privilege to brag about their accomplishments and advocate for them whenever I have the opportunity. They are just an amazing group of individuals. In closing, I'm very lucky to have found a profession that gives me personal satisfaction and one that makes a difference in people's lives. To receive an award for doing that is just icing on the cake. And I thank you very much for this recognition.
Thank you so much, Billy Joe. Incredible words and congratulations once again. And I think I hand back to you now, Paul, Dr. Dosal.
I think so, Valeria, and I'm sad that our awards ceremonies are coming to an end. It has been so wonderful over the last few days to celebrate the accomplishments and contributions of so many outstanding individuals and teams, and including those at Tampa General Hospital and the St. Petersburg Innovation District. I want to thank you all for your service. We've certainly realized that this kind of work we're doing, promoting the success of all students, requires collaboration across entire communities. So I'm grateful for your support and honored to recognize your partnership today. I would be remiss if we let these ceremonies go without pausing for a second to recognize and thank the outstanding service done to all of us and the award recipients by Dr. Carmen Goldsmith for organizing these award ceremonies and making sure that they were intimate and honored our recipients so well. So thank you so much, Carmen, for another outstanding job. We are grateful to you. So with that, I'm afraid our award celebrations are over. I hope your service, however, to our students and our university will continue. Indeed, you all rock. Thank you so much for your service, and go Bulls. Thank you.